Haaland sues Argentine show for making fun of him. It's spectacular. The news is real. Pay attention. Scandal at Luzu over an imitation of Haaland. What is known about the supposed lawsuit by Haaland against Luzu TV? Wow, this is just brutal. And does the name Luzu TV ring a bell? Well, that's because it's the same show that once leaked the supposed death of Messi's father. Do you remember the journalist Flor Peña who almost started celebrating that news and even ended up getting fired from her show? Well, it's exactly the same show. It's totally crazy. And let's see what happened. Take a look. Unbelievable, ridiculous, but let's keep watching. On the other side, jet lag. They even show him walking hunched over, right? Like Majin Buu. Buu is voguing. He's voguing. Got it. Okay, shall we continue? Why? This has caused a lot of outrage in Argentina and in several parts of the world. Erling Haaland's American lawyer has just filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the woman who acted this out and the Luzu TV company after the ridicule he suffered on that show as it affected his image and status. This post reached 5.5 million views on Twitter. I mean, just imagine. Just this world? Yeah.
They praised the user for her spectacular interpretation of Mommy to Haaland.
Incredible.
Flor Peña is returning to Luzu TV's programming. This happened a few days ago, but I just saw it today since it's a holiday and there's no show, so I watched an old episode and noticed this. She sighs.
She sighs, of course. What the heck is this, guys? It's unbelievable. Just look at it. But if it were the other way around, I mean a man doing this of a female athlete, what would they say? Oh my god, the patriarchy, machismo, blah blah blah. Oh, the UTA! How disrespectful.
But I'll be honest, I love Mommy, she's my favorite. Nothing makes me laugh less than imitations. It's about her, they just don't make me laugh. And on top of that, I love Haaland. If you give me your address,
I'll send it to you. Look, Haaland is amazing. There's no doubt about that. And look, if Haaland keeps up these numbers, at some point he's going to get really close to Messi's numbers or Cristiano Ronaldo's numbers, honestly. Look, I'm not saying Haaland is better. In fact, he'd have to keep it up for a long time. Just so you get an idea, if any of you become a professional soccer player and score 40 goals per season for 20 years, which is insane, it's crazy. Well, you'd still be 200 goals short of catching up to Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, just so you understand how crazy this is. But anyway, let's keep listening. No,
more than that, it's like, okay, I don't like it, it doesn't make me laugh. But still, a lot of people felt very offended, they thought it was disrespectful. A girl even made a video saying they don't represent Argentinians.
They don't represent Argentinians. Neither she, nor her show, nor her producers, nor the awful people they have. On this Luzu show, they did a supposed parody of Haaland, which wasn't a parody. I mean, they really made a good player look ridiculous.
And I'm not just talking professionally, they made him look like a fool. Honestly, I don't understand how people keep consuming this awful content, and I want to say something especially to people who aren't from Argentina.
If you watch this video or the stream, they don't represent Argentinians. No.
I agree, totally agree. That doesn't represent the Argentine people. Look, I know that many times on the internet we see toxic behavior from a lot of fans. I mean, from fans of many countries. We see Mexicans insulting Ecuadorians doing the same. We see Colombians, we see Argentines. And we think that this small group and percentage of people represent the whole population. But they don't. Believe me when I tell you that's not the case. I've had the opportunity to interact with several Argentinians. Several? A lot of Argentinians, and the only thing I have to say about them is that they're wonderful people. The vast majority of the Argentine people are simply amazing. Really? Don't let a few fools influence you. I mean, there are fools everywhere. But please, let's see. The streaming platform was called racist on social media after the comedian's imitation of the Norwegian striker, the previous case with Flor Peña, and Messi's father. I mean, guys, the worst part is that this platform had the scandal with Messi's father. They were the ones who said on air that Messi's father had passed away. Which was false, it was a lie, but just so you can imagine, what we're seeing is just total madness. The streaming channel Luzu TV ended up in the spotlight again because of a series of controversies. In just a few weeks, these affected its image and sparked a new debate about editorial responsibility and the internal mechanisms for verifying information. There's now another episode involving the limits of humor. Just a few hours ago, the impersonation performed by this woman, this presenter, of the Norwegian striker Erling Haaland during a live broadcast related to the 2026 World Cup sparked a strong wave of criticism on social media. Most people on social media, including those from Argentina, they describe this imitation as forced and unnecessary, even in bad taste. It's very important to clarify that Argentinians themselves thought this. They found it silly, ridiculous. It's just unbelievable, guys. And you know what's worse? I'm convinced that if this had been the other way around, in other words, Haaland doing a parody of this woman just as absurd and crude, no. They would label Haaland as a sexist, as a misogynist. They would be demanding that his sponsorships be cancelled, that brands drop him, all of that. They would do that to Haaland. It's crazy. But this is the double standard of society. That is, if it's against a man, you can say and do whatever you want. But if it's against a woman, my God, everyone jumps in. The level of hypocrisy is incredible. But watch out. Let's remember that allegedly according to Haaland. He would be suing this company? Honestly, I have my doubts. But let's say what they're telling us. This week, the streaming channel Luzu TV sparked controversy after this woman, one of the hosts of the show, Nadi Dis Nada, imitated Erling Haaland. The parody was so disliked that social media rose up against the comedian. The Argentine people are great, truly great. Some media outlets even claimed that the Norwegian footballer's lawyers had sued both the channel and the woman. On the live broadcast of the show on July 7th, the host of the show announced Haaland's visit to Luzu TV. This woman appeared wearing a blonde wig and the Norway jersey, imitating the star footballer of that team with a hunched posture and long strides. She continued to imitate Haaland, walking around the studio. Of course, that's what it is. From my point of view, it was an insulting parody. It's that simple. Insulting. Okay, now, here they tell us that on social media, several versions started circulating claiming that this woman had been sued. They just confirmed that Haaland's agents and lawyers will take legal action against Luzu and this woman for mocking the player and using his name. However, there is something very important. There is no official confirmation of a complaint from Haaland against Luzu TV. So, for now, this is not confirmed. A lot of things have been said, but it's not confirmed. Honestly, I think Haaland doesn't care and isn't interested. He's not paying attention to this. I think Haaland was thinking about his match against England, which he ended up losing. But anyway, I think he was thinking more about his match against England, about his future as a player, because there are rumors saying he could go to Real Madrid or stay with Manchester City. I think Haaland is more focused on those things than on this, honestly. But what do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much and see you next time.